Hello, it's Pastor David. I'm here with our Thursday at 3 update, and today I want to share with you 4 ministries at our church that you may not know about. And the first is our security task team. We have a group of excellent lay and staff leaders who have been gathering every other week to come up with a recommendation and comprehensive plan for the security of our church. As you can imagine, that is fairly involved, being in not one but 2 different locations. One of them being quite large, taking up an entire block of buildings, 4 different buildings. And of course, Reeves Center also takes up the block. The Winter Park campus is an open campus, has multiple entries, multiple buildings. Both campuses have preschools, both have staff, and both are used for ministry, morning and at night and on weekends. And the security, of course, raises a lot of questions that we have to answer as a family. How do we feel about weapons on campus? What happens in a crisis? Are we trained? Are we secure? Comes down to who gets keys to the building. When should the building be open? And so these are complex questions, really, that I'm really grateful for this team. How is it a ministry? Well, if we want to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world in large groups, or in the church setting, we've got to provide a safe and secure place. If we want staff to be a part of working at the church and helping teams, we've got to provide a safe and secure place for them. We know that we live in a world where violence is continuing to increase. We don't want to be driven by fear. We don't want to be reacting to fear, but we want to be proactive and help keep our children, our youth, adults, our staff, our volunteers safe. So I'm thankful for that ministry and wanted you to know that that is happening. Second is our strategy team. It's also a task team, a group of 8 lay leaders and staff who are gathering to come up with a 3-year plan to become the church that God has called us to be, a strategic plan. That also is fairly involved. We have some challenges as we continue to move forward. We are moving forward. I'm excited to say that we continue to have growth in attendance over last year and giving. And so we're moving in the right direction. I feel momentum starting to engage. I'm seeing folks getting connected. I'm seeing studies growing, ministries starting from my chair. And so clearly there's things happening. We need to be good stewards of that. We know we have some challenges, resource challenges. Even as giving continues to grow, it doesn't keep up with fixed costs. You know that from your own home budget. We have an aging facility that needs to be addressed. 50-some air conditioners on our Winter Park campus. 4 of them are not working and others are ready to go. So we've got some challenges with that. And so we've got staffing. We've got to decide which priorities of ministries. And so they're meeting and are at work coming up with that strategic plan. They also are at work to try to receive as much input from as many stakeholders as they can. They want to hear from the members and from the community members of our church and those around our church about what they feel God is calling us to do and to be. So I wanted you to know there is a strategy team that is hard at work as well, besides the security team. These are both task teams given specific tasks. The third ministry you might not know about is to Killarney Elementary. This is actually a ministry that began a number of years ago and did some important work, and it's been revitalized. And we have a group of new folks and a team that has come in, and they're excited about being in relationship with the teachers and students of that school. That's a school in our community that serves a part of our community that is needing of resources. And the school itself does not get a lot of resources. And many of the students there live in the hotels along Lee Road and walk to the school. And so there's some real opportunity to come alongside of brothers and sisters in our neighborhood to help them. And we've also received a grant that is helping us build that relationship as we go and support them and really just be available to do what they feel called they need to do and like us to do. If you'd like to be a part of that ministry, it's really kicking off. You would be welcome. I invite you to call Victoria Vaden at the church office. We'd love to see you participate in that. Finally is our 4 Pillars Counseling and Enrichment Center. You've probably heard about that, at least I hope you have. You may not know that we are continuing to move forward. I see some really positive signs. We have 3 really anchor counselors in that center right now, with some also interns and so forth. Those 3 counselors are seeing over 60 clients. So just think about that, 60 families that are being ministered to by the Four Pillars Counseling and Enrichment Center. We also are seeing that counseling center turn a profit. It's already beginning to generate some income to help offset the expenses of the Reeve Center. I celebrate that. This is something that was launched in the midst of COVID, so it's been a long, long journey. Kudos to Dean Bosco and some of the other lay leaders that have helped get this off the ground. Denise Myers from staff as they help birth this, and they have finished the second phase of the build out for more offices, so we have availability for more counselors. So that ministry is also moving forward. And if you'd like to be a part of that, if you really understand how counseling can be a healing experience, an enriching experience that affects the whole family system, and you'd like to see that be a part of our ministry in a greater way, there is room for folks on that guidance board to be in that ministry. And you can find out about that by contacting Denise Meyer at the church office. These are 4 ministries among many others. We have a number of outreaches still going on. You know, we have the Hannah and Ruth circles. We have our missions team. We have Jobs Partnership, the largest group of class that we've had ever, and Family Promise continue to go strong. These are all outreaches, mission trips, as you know, to Costa Rica and to Kenya. But these are signs that God is at work and God is calling us forward. And I wanted you to know that things happen even when we don't see them. And so 4 ministries that I celebrate at First United Methodist Church that you may not know about. God bless. We'll see you on Sunday.